Welcome to the Pantsless Podcast, episode 3. We've done 3 of them now, haven't we?
Going to check
Yes,
that?
three.
No,
That's
don't bother
three.
check yet. Yeah, it's
It's
3.
three.
I don't
It's
remember
three.
anything we ever do. We're
Because I'm
with
mainly
this,
drunk.
I take offense to that. Only most of the time I am.
Only most. Of
Only
them.
90% of the time. Otherwise, we
Either
get
way.
nothing done.
We
With
don't
this-
anyway.
This podcast has been a little bit long in coming because we've been lazy with a bunch of stuff. But Fallout 4! Oh my god!
Woo!
All of us stayed up until like 2 o'clock last night to watch it, and I'm making faces for the visual people.
The visuals.
But yeah,
It's face of I'm
um,
taking a dump.
so it's been confirmed that it's set in Boston. It's of course on next gen. It looks beautiful. It's got a puppy dog in it, and it's done what all the other Fallout games have done for the first trailer, which is that really like
50
the
style.
the built up 50 star thing where it zooms out of some sort of like device like either a radio or TV, and then starts with a song and shows like flashbacks between two different eras.
Yep.
So it's kind of like going on because they started that with like Fallout 2, I think. They started doing that whole video thing.
I have one thing to say about that. See, Call of Duty, that's what a dog looks like. He's a friend. You
Yeah.
don't send him in to disarm bombs.
Call of Duty Ghosts, that's dog physics.
That's right.
Yeah,
What-
pretty
what?
much. A lot of people are saying that the graphics don't actually look that good.
Well, the graphics for Bethesda games have never really been like
It's all-
crazy.
No, it's just good enough.
Well, I mean, for a next-gen standard, they're saying that it actually looks like past-gen standards.
Well, it's only a trailer.
It's only we don't know what
Still.
the finished game's gonna look like, and the actual gameplay parts they showed looked pretty good.
Yeah.
The pre-rendered stuff looked kind of dodgy. So like the animations of both the people, Bethesda's never been really good at like actual animations. They've always been kind of subpar.
But that's not what we're here for. We're
Yeah,
here
but
for gameplay.
I've never really felt like because even the Fallout games before that weren't really graphically great. So I never feel like that lessened the experience. It was always
No.
still a really, really good game.
You still could shoot someone's head off and he'd still speak to you and go, geez, that was a close one.
Yes,
He's missing a head.
and you could eat people.
Yes.
10 out of
Yes,
10.
10 out of 10.
But you could
Cannibals
eat
United
people? Which
agrees.
Fallout was that?
Both
Vegas.
of them. Cannibalism is a perk.
Yep.
Oh.
I almost said
Damn.
cannibalism is a corpse. That's a band.
Close
it's also
enough.
New Vegas, the White Lotus Society.
Yeah, the
You gotta hunt people to
what-
feed them.
yeah, one of the factions in New Vegas is cannibals. One of the people that owns one of the casinos.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
Fallout 4 going to be amazing because Bethesda, has never let us down.
Nope.
we're using Skype, and Nick just pulled up a picture of Nigel Thornberry's face on the guy from Rocky Horror Show. You know where he's like sitting in the
Dr.
pursed
Frankenfurter.
lips. Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Nope.
He's slowly just bringing it up.
This is the corner of the screen.
Smashing.
I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Okay. Wow.
Nigel Thornberry has now joined the podcast. Nigel, what are your thoughts? Smashing.
Next thing I want to talk about is Witcher 3. It came out. I've been playing it non-stop. I've got maybe 30 hours in it at this point, and it's crazy good. It's amazing. It's probably beat Skyrim for me for best open world fantasy game. Well, Dragon Age was beating Skyrim for me a little while there. Dragon Age Inquisition. You're distracting me with that photo, Nick. It's starting to scare me. You have some serious problems.
I don't have serious problems. You wanted it.
I didn't ask for it.
You
Just
did.
imagining things.
That was me, sorry.
Yeah, Matt asked for it.
Yes, it was actually. It was in Titan Souls.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was talking about it, and Callum goes, never seen the movie, and then you put
Can't
that
wait.
up.
You have to wait for what we requested. Actually, no, we can't. It was in Witcher. Never mind. We requested him to put Stan's dad with his balls in the wheelbarrow,
Yeah.
and which he
God.
didn't save because we're having computer problems.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's just say when they died, they fell down into suggestive poses.
And
with crotches
started
in the air.
Oh, no.
getting ready for Jesus. If you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Oh no. I'm glad that didn't save.
That's probably why I didn't save. The world is like, we can't let that happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no. So Witcher 3 is amazing and great. It's probably one of the most well constructed stories I've ever really played because lots of RPGs you start doing quests and you get kind of bored and it gets really repetitive and that. And so far I haven't felt that and I'm 30 hours in. I did upgrade my desktop for The Witcher 3, but you don't actually need that high of a specs to play it. It's not as high as I
Really?
thought it would be. Yeah.
I could have told you that.
No, well, Witcher 2 needed like a ridiculous specs to run, especially with Uber sampling on. But Witcher 3 wasn't that like graphically. The graphics look crazy good, but like actual like setting intensive, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that they did that on purpose for more accessibility for people to go and buy it and put on their computer.
Well, I was expecting there to be maybe they'll bring it in patch, but some maybe higher graphical options because I know you can get 2K textures. Want them to bring up like 4K textures because that'd be pretty cool. You just bring up drawings that I've done. It's weird.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting things done. Don't worry.
Okay. So, because I went out and bought a Titan X
Damn it.
for my desktop, and I went and bought a new like motherboard and everything, new circuitry and that, and it's crazy good, but you don't really need it. You can probably run it on like the 700 or so models, like late like 780, 790,
770.
770. I don't know
19 tickety 2.
what Matt said. You can run it on a 19 Tickety 2.
We had to say tickety because the Kaiser stole our word 20.
Is that AMD?
What?
Nick would get that. Next, yeah, I've been professional. Actually, written down a bunch of topics on a sheet of brown paper.
We talk more about Fallout 4, but there's nothing really to
Yeah, there's
talk
nothing
about.
that really substantial to talk about. in
Until
Fallout 4.
E3 when they have their showcase. There'll be a lot more information.
Can't wait. I'm
assuming.
gonna orgasm everywhere.
Pretty much, yeah.
Where's my face, Nick?
I don't have yours yet.
That's right.
ODST came out for free for people who own the Master Chief Collection Xbox One before a specific date. I think it was so 1080p, 60 frames a second. I had a quick play of it, but it's basically just ODST. There's nothing real fancy about it.
Nope.
Bloodborne expansion. Matt and I are hyped because we're the only people we know that play Bloodborne. Matt and I are making hype faces.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Hype for
Oh,
it.
okay. I thought you went to yell out something, but you
Yeah,
said
I know.
hype.
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 Kappa.
Kappa.
So
Bible
go,
thump.
go Twitch. Yeah, so Bloodborne expansion should be good because once again, From Software's a company that's never let us down.
Nope.
I haven't played some of their other games. I've only really played the Souls series, so like Shadow Tower going up to the Souls games. I haven't played any of their actual like mech games, but people say they're good.
Yeah, speaking of From Software, there's rumors going around that Dark Souls 3 might be announced at E3 because Miyazaki, who directs the Dark Souls games, except for 2 because he was doing Bloodborne at the time, he's gone. Apparently, they've said he's moving on to a new project. So it could be Dark Souls 2. Apparently, that's what's being tossed around.
This is the problem that people on the internet have. As soon as the company says they're announcing, bye Nick, that they're announcing, Nick just left. He just walked up and gone away.
He's back. It's alright.
Okay. I'm like, he's had enough. He just got up and walked away. And now he's... he just burnt himself.
No.
What a dick. Whenever someone announces they're working on a new project, everyone's like, it's always the game I want to be. So we don't know it's Dark Souls 3. It could be another Armored Core. I think it's Armored Core they make.
I believe I can look it up now if you want.
Yeah, I think it's Armored Core that they make. So it could be a new Armored Core game. It could be something else. It might not be Dark Souls because it feels like it's too close to Bloodborne. And especially if they're launching expansions for Bloodborne. Well, yeah.
Nick, anything you like to talk about? Anything that's jumping out before we start going on random talks?
Yeah.
No?
Nope.
Nope, okay.
Absolutely nothing?
Yes.
The only thing I'd like to point out is probably where we've been, maybe.
Where we've been?
Like, why there hasn't been anything on the channel for like 2 weeks.
There hasn't really been much on the channel because all of us have been quite busy. Like, between uni work and a bunch of commission works.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put up like one of the commissions that I've done right now in the podcast because I do edit the podcast. It's not fun. I want to kill myself. I'll put up one of the commission works. I've been working on a bunch of those for people, and they do take a lot of time to get them right. This one in particular that I'm going to show up took like 4 or 5 days, like straight working. Matt's been busy between work. He's had a bunch of like shenanigans happen in his job that he's had to sort out.
Yeah, and on top of that, not being very well.
Yeah, being sick. Like all of us have been sick. There's just been a cold going around, and we've not been good. Nick has like between university and being our editor. Like, it takes a while to edit videos, especially.
It does.
Yeah, it really does.
Once I get my laptop, I'll be able to edit some more so you get a bit more frequency.
I used to edit the videos originally and would like film a video a week, and then it'd take me the entire week to edit it. So I'm so glad I kind of like passed that torch on because I was horrible at it. I think I was using Lightworks, which is a free program that's kind of rubbish. Nick just put on a cap because he's a knob. Wow.
It's F1.
But then again, I am wearing a Tom Baker scarf.
And I'm wearing a Joker outfit.
Yeah, that's dressed up like the Joker for no reason.
Yep. And we're a jigsaw.
Other than he wants to be.
Yeah, he really wants to be the Joker. Jared Leto, move over. Matt's in his place.
I got the hair. I got the long ass hair for it.
He does. Just needs to dye green now.
Yep.
And keep it that way.
I would.
Today we've been filming a lot of stuff, but we've been having a lot of computer problems as well. So the only thing we've really got out of it is Bloodborne. So we're gonna make a Bloodborne Let's Play. We're thinking of. We wanted to do Witcher 3, but we feel like we should do Witcher 2 before it.
And that just
The Witcher 2 completely screwed up. My C drive, my main hard drive completely filled up. 2 terabytes filled up in about 4 seconds. Apparently, even though it didn't fill up, the stupid thing was just like it's full when it's not. You had like a terabyte and a half free. Now I want to talk about Destiny expansion, House of Wolves. It's not that great, but I've actually played it, so I can talk on it. The last expansion I didn't really play. I haven't done the raids or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we'll each go around and get each person's opinion, and then talk about the middle ground.
Yeah, Nick, what's your opinion on House of Wolves?
House of Wolves, I reckon, is really good. There are some pitfalls in it, but overall, it's really good.
Any particular favorite parts of it that you like?
Oh, Jesus. The part where there's no raid.
Is that sarcasm I'm detecting?
So no Quadron.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God,
like
Quadron. Oh my God, he sucks so bad.
Yeah, you don't like him.
He's worse than Skolos.
No, I wouldn't take it that far.
No, he's worse than Skolos.
That's why only 9,000 people out of millions and millions who play the game have killed Skolos. Yeah, he's not.
We should try.
How many people have killed Quadron? Probably 5.
5.5.
Maybe.
Matt, your thoughts on House of Wolves?
It's better than the Dark Below DLC. I think that they've put more things into it. I like the way they did the story missions where it wasn't you must avenge this person. You know, this people that you've never talked about in a game before, and just pop up. This one was more of a all right, go kill this, and this. You are now a bounty hunter. Go, and I kind of like that thing. I also think the characters that actually speaks to you during the missions is actually better thought out than Eris. Whereas Eris is like, oh, people, we died. And this person's just having fun watching you shoot shit. It's great. There was a bit disappointing there's no raid, but we already knew that was going to happen.
Well, I count the Prisoner of Elders as a raid, as like a big raid complex.
Yes, I think that's why they did it, so you could focus on the Prisoner of Elders and work through that very thoroughly before they bring in the raid. I don't mind Prisoner of Elders. It's different. I do not like Skolos. He's a douche. I haven't fought Quasimodo, as you guys call him. Yeah. But I'm assuming he's going to be a bit of a douche. But
Quasimodo's stupid.
I
want to kick him in his hunchback.
They obviously they changed. They changed all the weapons over as they do from the vendors. They've changed some of the designs of the way the guns look, which is okay. Which is always good to have a bit of different looks. Other than also my favorite part of the whole thing is Trials of Osiris. You know, the 3v3 elimination game mode. The first week that it worked was fantastic. No connection issues. No shitty tactics. Although some people using snipers, but because of the specific map, it was sort of even. They can kill you, but you can kill them.
Goddamn thorns.
Yeah, that's this week where they put Pantheon. The connection all of a sudden went down. There was like no equal footing with connection. You always either on yellow connection or red. I never found a full game where everybody was on green.
There's probably a combination of like multiple things with the connection issues. It could be more people are on it this week, so like more strain on their servers. Australia's had really like schizophrenic weather this past week, so like our reception could be a bit weird. Like it's been incredibly hot, pouring down with rain, and almost hailing like every day.
It's doing that right now.
Like all of those things in one day. Like
Continue on.
I was about to say it was like really hot and really, really like beautiful weather this morning, and then 2 seconds it started pouring down with rain. Like
Yep.
there were no clouds, and all of a sudden rain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mother Nature's like, you thought you were happy? Die.
Yeah. As I was saying with Trials, the particular map that they picked as well. Personally, I don't think it was a very good choice for the type of game mode. One, because it's just a weird map in general. Two, the way that they've set up that particular map is literally you either go to the left side, left corridor, or the right corridor, and it's literally a straight line. And all I did was come across was people sitting there with their sniper rifles or had a thorn, and then literally just sit down that hallway. There wasn't really much like a strategy involved. Like with the Burning Shrine, the way they've set it out, it's quite a rounded map where you may be on one side or the other, but each side has exactly the same thing. So there's not much of an advantage. It's more based down to your skill level and the particular weapons you're using. Whereas this one was the way the map set up is if you were on one particular side or you had you had very good weapons like sniper rifles, then the opposition pretty much was screwed, because if you killed one of the people down that hallway, then they have to go and there's no cover, they can't revive anybody. And the fact that the 3 sections of the map are all covered by these long hallways where even if you tried to rush the enemy and try and make a close quarter game, it was impossible because of all the sniper rifles. So they got to
even get behind them.
Yeah, you couldn't even flank them because of the way the map's set up. So they've got to be a bit more particular and careful about the maps they use for this game mode, because certain maps like that aren't going to work. Not everybody's going to have a chance to.
And they also need to monitor that connection as well.
Yeah, and the connection was also a pretty big thing, because you knew, Nick, when we joined a game and then the people would leave instantly.
Yeah.
And even though we get a win from it, I feel the pain from the other side, where they could have been not 8-0 and going for the 9th win to get to the lighthouse, and they get disconnected. It counts as a loss, and they literally have to go win another 9 games in a row and buy all their buffs again if they've got enough coins. And it's a bit unfair for that when it's something out of their hands where it disconnects and it's not their choice. Other than that, I thought House of Wolves was pretty good.
House of Wolves was the first Destiny expansion that I've actually properly played. Like Destiny, when it first came out, I played for about 2 weeks. I think I've said this before, and then I stopped playing it until like just recently, just in the last couple of weeks. With the expansion, getting from 20 to 33, I'm up to now, wasn't really that hard. It was just a matter of buying the right gear from the vendors. Yeah, so I haven't really put in like anywhere near as amount of hours as any of you guys. But I really like Prison of Elders. I think that's a great like addition to the game. I just have fun doing it.
It was like the game was missing something.
I feel like I always get an immediate sense of having achieved stuff with gear, instead of like playing multiplayer and going, will I get a piece of gear? Will I not? And if I do get gear, will it be good or not? Prison of Elders, you're always likely to get something good.
Yeah, because of the keys in the chest.
Because of the keys in the chest, and like I think every time I've gone through, I've gotten a key from the little chest to the side.
Mm-hmm. They put the patch that was this week. The hot fix was that those little chests got more of a chance of giving you a key. If you do one Queen's Bounty a week, you'll get a key from the lady.
Oh,
and cool. The chests on Earth, you used to loot them over and over again.
Yeah,
you can't do that now. But there's like an extremely high chance you're going to get a key or something very good. There's no more heavy, the synthesis just to block up your inventory. It's only good things that are going to come from those chests.
Okay.
And this is now stacked to 100.
Yeah, that also solved a bit of a problem. I would have liked the button just to dismantle some, because I got a
oh my god, yeah.
In my vault, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Because the problem I had with the little chests on the planets is we'd sit there for like 2 hours going back and forth trying to get keys, and I did not get a single key. And it kind of drove me a little insane. But then as soon as I got to Prison of Elders, I just opened up the side and I got, I think, 2 keys. I was like, okay.
Because why not?
Yeah, because swag.
But,
exactly.
Apart from that, I still don't think like Destiny has enough content at all. Like I finished the DLC now, and I played a little bit of Trial of Osiris, and I played some Iron Banner that came out, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm done with Destiny now. I'm probably going to put it down until the next expansion comes out, and then like fight to get up level. because I hate how there's that like massive random chance to get the items you want. Like there should be some items that are specific to doing certain things, not always completely random.
Yeah, like those bounties and stuff, exotic bounties. Like, do you want to get the thorn one?
I
It's
don't.
completely down to chance. If you've done, so you could do every single bounty, Crucible and Vanguard for a whole week, and you not get it, and then you have someone who randomly comes on, just does one, and it'll pop up.
Yeah,
It's complete. Also, that's the other thing I don't like about this DLC is the fact that the Fallen themed exotics, which was the Queen Breaker's bow, which is like a fusion rifle sniper hybrid, the shotgun, and the new exotic sidearm. The only way you can get those is from an exotic bounty, and you have to do the level 34 and 35 Prison of Elders, and it'll randomly drop at the end. There's no algorithm to it. It's literally just you could do straight for an hour and not get anything, and then you come back next day, do it once, and then pop.
yeah. I hate how much is left up to chance in Destiny.
Or you could have some random guy join right at the end, like your friend say, "Come and give me a hand at the end boss." He won't kill much. He's just there for that specific thing. He'll get it, and then you guys won't.
Like most RPGs do that have that random loot element, but there's always specific like legendary or exotic items that you always get for doing certain things. And I feel like that should be part of Destiny. Like if I do this specific set of tasks, I should get this item. Or you should be able to actually trade items. So, but trade items for something of equal value,
Well-
not lesser, equal or more value. So you could trade exotics for exotics, legendaries for legendaries.
Well, speaking of which, they Bungie trademarked a word or a thing called Eververse, and there's like a logo for it, and it's Eververse Trading Co. And apparently, it's going to come in with the big DLC on the 1 year anniversary, and apparently that could be the trading system coming in. It's Eververse Trading Co. That's the name.
That slightly made me angry figuring out that their big DLC hasn't come out yet. Like,
No.
Like it's like, so what were these little two DLCs? And if they weren't big DLCs, why were they so expensive?
It's stuff they didn't finish in the game, and they just
Yeah. So
decided to tack on.
what this stuff should have been in the game anyway.
I would think so. Yeah.
I
I have a feeling that they wanted to put this kind of stuff in, but due to the enormity of the project they were doing and the fact that they needed it out there and Activision wanted it out there, I don't think they got to put in everything they wanted.
I'm call for that because the project wasn't really that enormous because the game's not graphically impressive. It's not like story
Well, they were
impressive,
doing it for-
and really, it's not gameplay
Yeah,
wise.
they were developing it for 5 years, weren't they?
That's
6
way
years?
too long for how it turned out.
Yeah, I know. That's the other thing.
Like I'm gonna we'll go back to Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is crazy amazing, both graphically, story wise. Yes, there's a bird outside. Birds do casually like sometimes
Sorry,
go
ADHD,
outside.
what?
Yeah, like Witcher 3 story wise is amazing, graphically amazing. It's just like gameplay wise amazing, and it was built in by obviously a smaller team than Bungie. In what 3 or 4 years. Yeah, and it's like 1,000 times the size of Destiny.
Yep. Anything else you want to talk about the DLC? No?
DLC, not really. Game wise, not particularly game
Any
wise.
game breaking bugs you found through it? The DLC? Nothing?
Through Destiny.
Yeah.
Well, there's that one glitch that Nick and I were doing for a while in the Reef where you could get under the map.
You could still do that.
Can you still do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did that for a while, and we're like, okay, that's amusing, and then it got boring.
There's a glitch where in the Prison of Elders, you respawn at the round, you end up in the hub area.
Yep.
If you're unlucky, you will fall through the hole and you end up in the treasure room, and you can't get back out because it's locked. You're not supposed to be down there. It just glitches and you fall in.
But if you go back into the map, don't you automatically get teleported into the
Yeah,
arena?
you will get teleported eventually,
Yeah.
but it's kind of annoying if you go in there and you're stuck under it and then they die instantly, and you could have made like a difference and you got to restart the whole thing again. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Oh.
Nick disappeared again. This is the
Nick's
AP
gone,
chain.
so I'm just trying to fill time.
Um,
Oh, I do want to talk about with the channel. I posted like a quick 30-second animation that I made in about 5 minutes.
Dave and
That-
Fetus.
Yeah, Dave and the Fetus. That actually came up because I was playing PT, which is that Silent Hills playable teaser, which isn't the game. Silent Hills isn't coming out anymore, which makes me
They've
sad.
actually Apparently,
It might have been purchased by Microsoft. It
Yes,
might have been.
Might have been. They're not.
Yeah.
No one's 100% sure.
Only Rooster Teeth seems to know about it. So
Because they're in Microsoft's pocket. The Halo.
yeah, cough cough. And yeah, it came. We were that fetus that's in the sink. We were sitting there just talking to it, having a random conversation, and it came up with the characters of Dave and the fetus, and that's just an animation of like the conversation that I made up in my head about that. I'm not crazy, guys. Trust me, I'm not crazy.
No, we're not crazy at all.
So that animation was really, really dodgy, and I'm hoping to do like actual animations in the future that I'm going to spend time on, but I just don't have the time to allocate to it at the moment.
Also, in the Bloodborne loading screen song, that was just completely random. While we were streaming on Twitch.
The Bloodstream loading song, just streaming on Twitch, singing that. It's probably got the most views out of any videos I got, which is sad, because I had no effort involved in it whatsoever. It was just a song about all the people that I hate. Kevin Rudd and all the politicians in Australia. Yeah, but apart from that, nothing else is really happening.
What else is on your list?
Well, that's everything on my list. Basically, after that, it's just games that I really, really want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to start doing reviews, but I want to do like reviews that take only 3 or 4 seconds. So it just tells you if the game is good or not. Like, you don't get bogged down by, are the graphics nice? Is everything nice? It's just 3 or 4 seconds of, it's freaking amazing, buy it, and then done.
Done, finished.
But probably a little bit more inappropriate than that.
Yeah. What else is there to speak about? Anything other than gaming you want to talk about? Oh, did you say you want to talk about movie release dates and like the DVD release dates and stuff?
DVD release dates in Australia annoy me because they always release so much longer after the actual American release date. Like Birdman was only just released in Australia like last week. It was in cinemas last year at some point, like towards the end of last year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was around then.
Yeah.
And it's just why does it take so long? I really wanted to watch it and it wasn't out anywhere here yet. I went to the American iTunes store and it's just sitting there and I'm like, but why can't he just come here? And I understand because publishing rights and stuff, but that's boring. But other stuff we want to do with the channel is I want to actually start doing music-wise stuff to do with it because music M's fun.
Music M's dildos.
Music M's dildos. I love Metalocalypse. Speaking of music, oh, you know how Asking Alexandria, the lead singer, what's his name?
The Bearded Man.
The Bearded Man, how he quit and started up his own game, We Are Harlot. I started listening to We Are Harlot. They're actually really, really good.
Are they?
Yeah. I actually quite like them. It's not like I wouldn't call Asking Alexandria heavy, but it's not like the heavy like that. It's more like traditional rock, like really like upbeat rock. Yeah. Not like that at all.
No.
And then Asking Alexandria themselves is a new singer, and I really like the song they came out with. I've been listening to that non-stop this morning. But yeah,
where did Nick go? He's just disappeared again.
Yeah, Nick's just disappeared. We don't know where he's going.
We're currently looking at this. We looked up and his chair was spinning and he was gone.
Yeah, it's like just a pile of smoke there. Maybe he's Batman. He got called away.
Alfred. He doesn't have a butler
though.
No.
He does have parents. So
I was thinking, what else can we talk about? I had some good things to talk about, and then I've forgotten them.
We kind of put the podcast off for a long time, so I've forgotten what we were going to talk about in depth. And we were originally going to have a couple more people with us talking about it, but like we're recording this at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yes.
So no one's available.
Honestly, I got nothing else. Oh wait, I got a bit more on Destiny.
What?
The exotics are a bit underwhelming.
Yeah. Well.
There's no new exotic weapons except for the fallen theme ones, which you need the stupid bounty for. Then the armors are like, for my class anyway, for a hunter, don't really see any use in them besides cosmetic wise, and then only if it's a solar burn on a particular boss, because the helmet that I get, your golden gun is like tripled in damage, but you only get 1 bullet. So with solar burn, its damage is about 25,000, and I know that because the Planet Destiny told me that. Thank you very much. But other than that, there's not really any use for it besides looking kind of cool.
I feel like the exotics aren't that much like that high step above the legendaries. And that's why I don't understand why you can only have equipped one piece of exotic gear. Like, I've got a bunch of exotic armor, and I could have been level 34 by now if it let me equip it all at once.
Mm-hmm. I also think about that with the weapons too. Like, I wouldn't, even though if I could, I wouldn't. I still use legendary ones just for the fact that there's some legendary ones that have got better perks and
I really
better
like
situated.
what's the Vestigian Dynasty?
The Vestian Dynasty, the
Yeah.
sidearm.
That one. Dynasty, please.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Dynasty.
But yeah, that's really it. So, thank you for listening to the podcast.
Yep.
This is probably going to keep recording for a little while because Nick's
Nick's just
still gone. Awkward silence.
Wait, before we go,
Ugh.
one thing. If there's any games that you want us to look at, put them in the comments. Like, if you want to see, because of the Fallout hype, and if you want us to see, maybe go through Fallout game or a particular game that you've seen and you think, oh, that's not a bad idea. You want us to play through it? Just leave it in the comments and we'll have a look and see what we can do.
Yes, we will.
Other than that, I'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
A few moments later.